his birth and upbringing. Learning objectives. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. May the peace, blessings, and mercy of Allah be upon you. Welcome, my dears, to today's lesson. And its title is Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, the messenger of Allah, his birth and upbringing. In today's lesson, I will tell you a short and brief story. But before that, let's review what we have previously learned. Do you remember the name of our beloved messenger? Well done. His name is Muhammad. Peace and blessings be upon him. What is the name of his father? Good job. His father's name is Abdullah. Do you remember the name of his grandfather? May Allah bless you. Yes, his grandfather's name is Abdul Muttalib. Now, who can tell me the name of his mother? Excellent. His mother's name is Amina. In order to send blessings upon our beloved messenger, we should say, Allahumma salli ala Rasulina Muhammad. O Allah, bless our messenger Muhammad. Now, are you ready to hear the story, my little ones? Let's begin. The grandfather, Abdul Muttalib, happily went out to propose on behalf of his son Abdullah, who was one of the most handsome and most honorable young men in the Quraysh tribe. Abdul Muttalib went to Sayyid bint Zahra and made a proposal to his daughter Amina, who was one of the best women among her people. When the blessed marriage of Abdullah bin Abdul Muttalib and Amina bint Wahab took place, both of them were filled with happiness. Then, after a few days, Abdullah went out on a business trip to the Levant and said goodbye to his wife Amina. Along the way, Abdullah got a very high fever. His illness became worse, and he passed away in Medina. When the news of Abdullah's death reached his wife Amina bint Wahab, she became very sad. But Allah compensated her and made her heart happy when she discovered that she was carrying a fetus in her womb. Her pregnancy was smooth and tolerable, and she wasn't tired like other pregnant women. Then came the day in which Amina gave birth to her blessed son, who filled the house with light. So Amina sent her servant to tell his grandfather, Abdul Muttalib, the news. He was overjoyed and named him Muhammad. This newborn was our beloved Prophet Muhammad bin Abdullah bin Abdul Muttalib, who is the seal of all prophets and is the messenger of Allah. Peace and blessings be upon him. He was from the tribe of Quraysh, and he was born in Mecca on the 12th of Rabi' al-Awwal of the year of the elephant. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, was a paternal orphan. And a paternal orphan, my loved ones, is one whose father died when he was young. One of the traditions of the Arabs at the time was to send their children to the desert in order for caregivers, foster mothers, to breastfeed them to nourish and strengthen their bodies, and so that they could master the Arabic language at a young age. So Abdul Muttalib sent Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, to Halima As-Sadiq so that she could breastfeed him. When Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, turned 4 years old, he returned to Mecca, and he lived there until he was 6 years old. Then the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, went out with his mother to visit the grave of his father, Abdullah. On the way back, his mother, Amina, became severely ill, and she passed away. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, was greatly saddened by her loss. When he returned to Mecca, his grandfather, Abdul Muttalib, took care of him. His grandfather protected him and loved him very much. His grandfather took care of him until he turned 8 years old. After that, his grandfather, Abdul Muttalib, died. Before his death, however, he asked the uncle of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, Abu Talib, who was the brother of the Prophet's father Abdullah, to take care of him. Abu Talib was known for his great love and affection for the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. Even though Abu Talib had many children, he loved Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, more than his own children. He took care of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, more than he took care of his own children. Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, was called as As-Sadiq Al-Ameen, the truth teller and the trustworthy. Here, my little ones, is where our lesson ends. I hope you enjoyed it and learned from it, and I hope that you sent blessings upon Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, while listening to the story. We love our Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, and we send blessings upon him whenever we mention him or whenever someone mentions him around us. Now, my friends, it's time for the summary of the lesson. The Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, was born in Mecca on the 12th of Rabi' al-Awwal of the year of the elephant. His mother's name was Amina bint Wahab. His father's name was Abdullah. His grandfather's name was Abdul Muttalib. His uncle's name was Abu Talib. His tribe was Quraysh. His caregiver, that is, foster mother, was Halima As-Sadiya. Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, was raised as an orphan. His father died before he was born. His mother died when he was 6 years old. His grandfather died when he was 8 years old. His uncle, Abu Talib, took care of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, and loved him more than his own children, until the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, grew up. Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, was called As-Sadiq Al-Ameen, the truth teller and the trustworthy. Now, my friends, let's end our lesson by sending blessings upon Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Peace and blessings be upon him. Goodbye for now. I will see you soon in a new lesson, inshallah.